it out on Sunday. Top 10. Like legitimately a top 10 go.
Oof. All right, we're gonna start streaming live soon, just so you know.
Yeah, I just got that notification. Appreciate you.
Okay.
Wow, you asked for which episode it was, and I opened up Foot Mob instinctively.
Okay.
I think I open Foot Mob up as often as people open up like Instagram. It's the best app. It's the most important app on my phone.
Well, we'll let this populate a little bit before we start, but we are officially
257.
live on Zoom, sir.
257, sir. How you doing, man?
Good. You know what's gonna be interesting though is that if people are watching us on like streaming this while they're watching the game,
Yeah.
it's gonna be like a 15-second delay.
So I was thinking that same thing, and I wondered if that's still the case because like we were going through Ben's board, or is that just the way it works all the time?
No, it's just how it is when you're live.
That's just how that's just streaming.
Yeah, you're just constantly on a live delay. If
That's
if you were
UDP connections.
I see we have people in the YouTube live right now. Can you guys hear us? Let us know if you guys hear us, because that'd be nice.
We'll let Ed know because I'm not looking at it. I'm just talking to you. Like
you're not gonna look at the comments?
I don't think so. Are you looking at them? Like, do you need me to help you?
Yeah, I have the stream up right now.
Like, you need me to help you over it, but
Gamer Sab, you can watch the game. It's on the Paramount app.
Golasso.
It's like Golasso. I think it's like a free channel too. So, but yeah.
Is this free? This is exclusively live for free at 10:30. That's what it says on the little bottom ticker.
Thank you, Isaac. I think he said yes. So, oh, there we go. Damn, how long of a delay are we on?
Whoa, Isaac's back. Yeah, it sounds like quite the delay. It's gonna be awful listening for any person who's doing this live.
Well,
what if they see something? They're gonna see something and be like, "Oh man, this guy's gonna get mad."
They're fine. They'll be all right.
Yeah, well, look, if it's like overly distracting to your viewing experience, like just turn us off and watch
just come
the
back.
game.
Yeah, well, we appreciate you guys being with us. There's gotta be a way I can share my screen with like the Paramount app, right?
Like so that we can both see it on the. What are you trying to do? Are you asking if you can steal their copyrighted information? Yeah, I don't think it works that
way. The Paramount app, you can get a free trial, I'm sure, but
it's free today. This game's free. That's what it says
on the Paramount app.
I guess.
Okay.
I don't know how it works, but they say this game is free. It says you can watch it for free.
Well, as we're waiting for the game, thank you guys. Welcome to the Squadcast.
Well, look, you know what? If you can't stream the game, then just keep listening to this feed because it doesn't matter if it's delayed because you can't watch it.
Well, we'll update you as time goes. But yes, this is our first live Squadcast in a year.
Well, it's, I don't know how long it's been since the live one, but it's certainly our first like watch along.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I feel like we did it once before, but I don't think we did. For some reason, like a Houston game pops in my mind, but I don't know. Maybe it was like a midweek game that we were gonna just talk about anyways.
No, I don't think so. But I assume we would have done it for like an Open Cup or something, some like random shit like that, like a friendly. I don't remember it for a league match.
Well, we did. Remember, we did our one. It was our one road trip to Fresno.
Oh, that was good times. Yeah,
I literally, because there was no stream, so I was the one.
You were
holding my phone the entire time, live streaming the game.
Was it Fresno FC?
Yeah, no, Fresno Fuego, or was it what's the Fresno team that we?
I don't know. I'll look it up. Well, no, Fresno.
Jonathan,
Fresno.
Should I be drunk for this? Yes, you should.
Fuego. You shouldn't be drunk. Like that's a questionable outlook to be like, I'm going to be drunk.
Are you home?
You should have a drink.
Are you safe?
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
If you are home and you're safe, then yes. As we'll toast to hopefully a win, Tucker.
Yeah.
We'll toast to a win, hopefully. And if it's a loss, well, hopefully this is the night of the I called it the eve of the Klein out.
I did see that. I don't know. I think we have a solid shot of going through, as LAFC paid us the ultimate disrespect of rotating their roster
I mean,
And
not even a B squad. It felt like a C squad.
yeah,
I don't I don't pay that much attention to the team, but like I didn't see like their not even Vela on the bench, not even a Belonga on the bench. Like they're really like, nah, we're just gonna shine this game.
well, the part that hurts is like it's our whole season. Like our whole season is essentially wrapped into this
Right on
game, and
this.
they're at home against us. They're like, whatever. We got bigger fish to fry than these losers. Oh well.
Yeah, this is like I said, like it's I was talking to my wife earlier. I'm like, of course I want the team to win. Like I never want the team to lose. Um, but this
There's
would
just
be
a
especially embarrassing if we
there's a
lose
potentially
to.
positive outcome from us losing. But
Yeah,
yeah, you'd like to
exactly.
win,
And not on that,
especially against the LAFC
just the embarrassment of losing to LAFC's NXT. And I was gonna call it
in
NXT.
NXT.
Uh, MLS Next team basically is what we're playing against right now. So that's
Yeah,
not going to be the most enjoyable.
Dungeons and Dragons as a movie.
Yeah, it's out on like Paramount or some other streaming now.
Really?
Yeah. It's just too many apps now, man. I got like 17 apps that I'm like, now I just have cable again.
Yeah. You know why I don't mind the app so much, and even the different fees? I don't pay for any of them, so it really
Yeah,
makes it a lot easier to tolerate
that's true.
when you buy like one or two, and you just borrow a bunch of passwords.
But I hate now because I now these like streaming apps, if you're one of the poors like me, you can't afford to buy the non the non advertisement version of these apps. So
It is kind of crazy that you pay for commercials.
yeah, right.
It's pretty fucked up. Oh, bro, I got a show for you. Do you have like, I know you have the Apple TV for MLS plan, but do you have like actual Apple TV?
Yeah, I do.
Are
Well, I
you,
think
have you
don't
watched?
you have to buy it to actually even do the
Nah,
app, right?
nah, you could do just the MLS side without all their TV shows and shit.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to.
If they
Okay,
trick you for $1,
bastards.
they got you. Bro, have you seen Silo? Well,
No,
no, you haven't because oh no, you do. You have Apple TV. Right, Silo. You guys got to check Silo out. That shit is fucking weird.
what is that about?
It's like oh man, it's so strange. So it's like these people are trapped. They live underground because the top world is poisoned, and like there were these rebels that like fucked a bunch of shit up, and now you can't leave to the topsoil because it's like you survive like 2 minutes or something like that, and you suffocate, essentially eat through the suit that you wear.
So let's talk the lineup. We got Klinsman in
Fuck
goal.
man, bro, selling people on the show, selling Apple subscriptions over here.
Zabaleta is replacing Jalen Neal. I mean that's pretty much your two. And Edwards starts as well.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty much your changes from this weekend. And you still got Cheech up there. You got Ricky, Gaston, Delgado, Julian Ale, Caceres, which I'm surprised Caceres is the one that's starting. I mean, he's like the older guy. You probably want to get him the ones that's once again
Yeah,
like a little bit of rest, but maybe having Neil
but
and Zabaleta again in the
I think that's the issue.
as the
You don't
center
want to have
backs.
those two. And it's like, well, Jalen's had a shaky couple of games, but you have Caceres there kind of steadying him.
Yeah.
Kind of steadying him, and you definitely don't want,
So we
with all
just
due
kicked
respect to
off.
him, you don't want him next to Zabaleta.
So we just kicked off. Christopher, what time is I just want to make sure we're synced up a little bit here.
I'm at 18, 19, 20, 21.
Like see
22.
that's what the thing is too, is like even you're like 5 seconds ahead of me. So
Bro, your internet's shit.
this is gonna be
This. Yeah. Well, look,
it's Linwood, sir. Yeah.
yeah. I don't know. Maybe I should be Chromecasting it and they're off. I'm watching it on the PlayStation 5. How are you watching it?
I'm watching it on my Roku.
Yeah, I guess I should look and see if it's on Chromecast. That syncs our time up a little more.
Well, I'll know if we get scored on or we score a goal, and then they'll know if we get scored on or scored a goal because they're on a delay. So that's fine.
Yeah, this whole idea is not going to work. Like I watch soccer games in peace and quiet with like
We'd have to sync it up somehow. Like again, it would have to be like on a private, like not on YouTube. Maybe we just do a Zoom call and like
Oh shit, Chromecast is ahead.
and just invite him.
Oh man, that looks so bad.
Well,
He looks like he struggles to run, and like that's coming from me.
yeah, no, two fat dudes who like have bad knees and
It
shit.
just looks so challenging for him. It looks more difficult for him than a normal person, not even a soccer player.
Yeah, and I guess that's the thing is about we're not really going to be doing like a live commentary. It's more so we're just going to comment on what we're seeing. So
I was really hoping you would try your hand at play-by-play, and I would
um,
just come in with color
you're
commentary.
the color guy.
Yeah,
I mean,
bit
that's
racist.
racist, dude.
Little on the nose there. All
Oh
right,
man. Well, I mean, it's just this whole team is so sad, man. It's just
hang on.
we. I just don't
Shoot it, you
understand.
motherfucker!
They just want to keep passing it.
Now, well, I mean, LFC's doing a great job closing
Oh,
down
this is ugly. So
each of the people.
wait,
Yeah,
wait.
they pressed all the. We burned a lot of energy like 2 minutes in with that high press.
Well, you're playing old
Playing
ass
kids.
Chicha again up top in
Oh
like
man,
his
that
third
shit breaks
game
my
in
heart.
a week. Yeah, this is.
It's. I tweeted it out this weekend. Like, I think it looks like. I think Chicharito in 2023 is perhaps what we would have seen from 2017 Robbie Keane. Because it was always like, did he have one more year in him, or was that it? And it was like,
Because I mean, and I think I listened to Corner of the Galaxy last week, and Eric was talking about how even that last year with Keane in that 2016 season, you saw the signs of
he's slowing down.
it's not all there anymore.
Yeah.
And I think that's what you're seeing here with Chicha, and it's like I think it's maybe that year too late kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But again, it's they put this weird.
Hey, luckily he hit 60% of his games.
Yeah, and
a massive total of 11 goals.
Yeah, so that's just
$7.5 million extension.
What is it?
Watch him score, shut me up. Oh, nope,
the
he's
second most
offside.
expensive player in the league.
Behind what's his name, Shaqiri in Chicago.
But I guess we're not that bad. Paying what was it, 8.5?
Bro, we got to be positive. You got to big up the team right now. We're in a cup match.
Sure.
The magic of the cup, Ed.
Oh yeah, for sure. I got to make sure I'm keeping up with these this chat on YouTube. Hey, do you want to tweet it out?
I did.
Did you? Okay, good.
Yeah. You just complain it. You didn't look into it at all. You just started complaining about it.
Yeah. Come on, man. What does this show if it's not just reactionary and not proactive?
I take your question as you complaining about it, by the way. You're just like, hey, did you tweet it out? He's gonna fucking bitch about it.
Are you gonna raise your voice at me?
Yeah, you gonna get loud with me yet? You getting saucy over here?
Oh man, but thank you guys for joining us. This is a very rare occasion where we're actually recording on a game day. And it's a pretty rare occasion now to even go live. So we appreciate that, guys.
I'm sure we'll be off for the next 3 months as a punishment.
Somehow we won't be able to get back together for the next 2 months.
I was gonna open this up. I can't even find it. Do you think I should probably just not bother with the live thing?
Just don't bother with it. Yeah, I got it.
All right, you got it. As long as you got it. Good.
Yeah. Our boy Big Tony's in the chat though. He goes, wait, this is the Chivas second team? So it's like a C+ team, not even a B team. They got a lot of their kids from their second team on this roster tonight. And I'm like, I'm still not confident that this team can beat.
Yeah, you shouldn't be.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean they're LA. I mean even the LAC kids they're not being dominated.
No.
Like it's 5 minutes in, and you're like, all right, fair is probably saying the game's 50-50, and it's probably in their favor more than it's in ours.
Yeah,
Ricky's already running his ass off. I can't even get out of their own area.
So
Jesus,
I've seen that he's getting a lot more shtick online with, I mean, he's supposed to be our guy, right? Our playmaker.
Who?
And he's
Ricky?
only got the Ricky, yeah. I feel like I'm seeing a lot
which
more.
Which stupid person is saying bad things about him?
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm seeing a lot more criticism of him. He's supposed to be the guy. He's supposed to be our playmaker. He's supposed to, and he has the one assist on the season or the one goal in the season. Not really providing that many at all. I think it's just the one goal, right? Does he even have an assist in the season?
Sorry. Yeah, I don't know if this is going to work, dude.
Are you being distracted?
Well, yeah, by the soccer game that I will be up until damn near 1 o'clock in the morning trying to watch.
Oh man, you'll be fine.
Oh my god. It's like none of it. It's still, man. It's like they don't even know each other.
It's only been.
It's crazy. Yeah. If you're watching this, if somebody told you one of these teams was B team, you would assume it's us.
Or you just assume like, oh, they're both playing like a
no,
squad.
They're playing. It's not great, but they're making runs for each other. They're closing space for each other. Like they're playing as if this is their MLS next pro team, and they play with each other every week. We still look like we don't know each other.
So we're getting a couple questions in the live chat. One from Scott and one from Mr. Provino, both asking if the Galaxy lose tonight, how long until the Galaxy start? One, I'll say how long until Klein and Vanny are fired, and then how long until they start covering up sections with tarps.
Why would they need to do that? There's nothing wrong.
There's plenty of fans who went back to the stadium.
I don't know, man. I was talking to someone this week, and it was like, I know more than a few people. I think we talked about it in here. I know more than a few people who, no matter what happens, aren't getting tickets next year. They might go game by game, but it's just like the demand isn't there to kind of incentivize you to trump a bunch of money up to begin with.
Well, it makes no sense. I mean, especially if you say you're a single person, or if you don't have a family or kids, like if you just continually just buy the ticket and beer pack, I mean, your ticket basically becomes like a $10-15 value for a ticket.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's just not the same. The Tarps, I don't know. I hope it doesn't come out. You saw San Diego is coming into the league. Like they're going to be another rival for attention and eyes. We've had a lot of fans over the years from San Diego.
Yeah, imagine. I mean, you got a lot of the Orange County people who probably will probably choose the San Diego team over an LA team, especially like a South Orange County. What was that?
That's what I was wondering. I was like, are they pro San Diego in Orange County?
Well, I'm assuming, like, say if you're, from San Clemente, like
maybe you're anti-LA.
Yeah, if you're gonna drive down, are you gonna drive down to San Diego like an hour, or drive up to LA for an hour or an hour and a half?
That's a good away trip though. Like it's much closer than San Jose, and it's they're far enough away from you where it's not another LAFC issue. But like it's a 3-hour away trip. You can take a train down there, beautiful, down by the beach.
I mean, yeah, just imagine your bus trips down there, man. Like,
oh yeah,
hour and a half.
You can do
down there.
Turnaround trip.
Yeah,
you can go down there for a Saturday 7:30 game.
You can even
sleep in your bed at night.
Hit up like a casino on the way there or way back. Like,
oh yeah. All right.
Wonderful.
Oh yeah, Edwards out to the right wing. Weird. So have him try to cut in like Schneider. Nope, he is not Wesley Schneider. not even close.
What happened to Edwards, man? Are we just seeing the real? Are we just seeing the real Edwards?
Yeah, well, I mean, I a lot of them seem like they have a lot of problems.
Yeah,
it's not like it's hard. I mean, the fall for him, I think mostly stems from how high he got in everyone's estimation. He's contributing, getting assists, look very active attacker, and then as defensively we got worse and worse, and he's had to stay further and further back. Like it exposes the thing he was always weak at, which was defending.
Mm-hmm.
the hope is moving him to one of the wing positions. You're starting to get a little more out of him. But
yeah, that was kind
everyone
of
is
seen,
down.
right?
But
That was
everyone's down.
Yeah.
It's not like you're moving him from like he was a left winger that you converted to a left back who was moderately successful at left back, and now you need to move him because you went and signed a long-term left back. If everyone else was performing well and now you're moving him into midfield, it makes more sense to judge him against how he's doing. But you moved him into midfield at the same time everyone else is, we'll say, not performing ideally. What do you expect from him? He's just on par with everyone else. He's just on par with everyone else in a different position than he'd been playing for us for the last few, for a year and a half or so.
Yeah, dude. So do you think more of it's like it's the heat kind of came off him a little bit. Now it's the shine came off a little bit. So now you're seeing and you're picking up
it's just everybody sucks, man. That's all it is. They're all playing. Not even that they suck. They're all playing poorly. He's just also playing poorly. Look, tonight he's playing poorly at right wing. He's playing poorly in a even different position than he's been playing. It's not even left midfield where everyone thought he was going to end up.
It's on the right side.
Like, yeah, everything we're doing, it's makeshift, and you're moving him around, and you're judging him against the best he had done playing one position week in and week out as the first choice left back.
Because it's not even that he's left-footed. Like, it would make sense if you want him to cut in and take shots from his left, but it's not like he's left-footed. So it doesn't really matter that you put him on the right or on the left. But
is he right-footed? I thought he was left-footed.
Is he left-footed?
I'm pretty sure he's left-footed.
Well, that may make sense then.
I hate when that shit happens, but I might be wrong. I don't know. I'll be honest with you. I'm pretty sure he's left-footed. I'm pretty sure he's like heavily dominant left-footed.
Our good friend El Sanchez in the chat says, Lars near TJ seems like a fun idea.
Oh man. Yeah. I'm not going.
A, I don't want to die. B, I don't want to end up in a situation where my wife's like, I'm divorcing you.
It's racist, Ed. You'd be perfectly safe there. I'll never find out. I ain't going.
Exactly.
Yeah. I just know I'm not going. Yeah, that's fine. I'm not going to go.
So Juan Covarrubias says he is left-footed. So there you go.
I thought so.
That.
He's just a right-footed left back stands out. Like João Cancelo, who's at Man City, I think he's at Bayern now. You get a right-footed left back. It's interesting.
Okay.
So yeah, you put him on the right side so he can cut in. So you can probably try to create a little extra space for Chicharito to get something out of this, but it's still like a midfield battle and then turn the ball back over to LAFC.
Yeah, I was really worried right now because my feed stopped. So I was like, oh god, no.
Oh yeah, no, nothing overly terrible. It's about the 14th minute for me, 14:20. LAFC is pushing in our third and not going exceptionally well. God, 1-on-1, it got nothing. It takes 2-on-1 to do anything. Yeah. LAFC with a free kick right outside the box. They're asking
Tony
for
says,
a yellow.
Shouldn't all players be two-footed?
Yeah, it'd be nice, but it seems like it's really the case. Like Beckham didn't have a left foot at all.
Yeah, you definitely paid guys on this team $800,000 to be one-footed and to not even make the bench on certain days. So
hey, that's not why they paid him that money.
No,
that's an added bonus, but that ain't why they paid him that money.
Did you see? Is Efrain even on the bench?
Dude, I don't even look for him anymore.
I mean, this is the game he should be starting, right? If you're rotating guys out.
Well, no, you would think like it's a cup match. Cup match is usually the type of game you would want to play someone like him in.
Yeah,
but it's tough to do that. It's tough to how do I want to say this? It's tough to live, right? It's tough to try to push him into a starting role when like potentially your job is on the line. Like every manager stops. LFC free kick goes over the goal. Hey, see ya, check back in.
Thank you, sir. They're just about to take the free kick on my end.
Yeah, well, you need a faster internet, man. What's going on?
Like again, like I said, thanks to Linwood for having such amazing internet options.
When are you moving out of there? When are you getting out of there? Coming here? Coming to Raleigh?
Well, I should be finishing up my degree in like by December. So hopefully by this time next year, we'll be like, all right, I'm making enough money where we can probably move out of this place.
Not make it out of here.
Never getting out of here. I'm gonna die here.
Oh, hold on. Gosh. Jesus. That guy, man. It's just not good.
Carlos Barca says he's not on the bench. So doesn't even make a bench for a cup game.
Yeah, here's our bench. You ready?
Yeah.
Bond, Bavinga, Calvin Leardom, Daniel Aguirre, Dejan, Tyler Boyd, and Genovese.
Genovese, who we
international
established is not Italian.
Not Italian. Super Costa Rican.
Italian.
Super Costa Rican.
Our good boy Scott McKay's in the chat. He's saying no Costa. I was like, yeah, because he has that lower leg injury, right? The Geo.
He's got the Geo injury. He's got the I'm not coming to work. He's got the I police Karofsky for a couple of mil injury.
Yeah.
It's so crazy. Like if you're a footballer and you're a free agent for longer than like 2 weeks, how are you not looking at your agent like, how have you not convinced these idiots to give me tens of millions of dollars yet? You're not even doing your job.
We can at least fleece him for half of what he got.
Easy.
Get us like a $3-4 million contract. You'll be fine.
Oh, so sorry. What comment? I apologize.
Oh no, I think my app shut down.
Fighting. Give the ball away. Right in the box. Boom.
We have a comment saying Klinsmann is better than Bond. What do you think about that?
Yeah, you're probably right. I'm not sure it's like Klinsmann's better than Bond, but Klinsmann's steady. He's like a 6 or 7 every game. And Bond can give you a couple of nightmares. Bond will make, you know what it reminds me of? And this is like no disrespect to this keeper at all. He was fantastic. Probably my favorite Galaxy keeper ever. It's like Donovan Ricketts. Donovan Ricketts going to give you an insane, Ricky, young man. Young sir. It's not a goal, Ed. Calm down. But it was a very nice attempt. You're going to see gifs of this the shot attempt, I think. You go outside of the boot on his right foot. I think he went outside of the boot on his right foot. Tried to curl it in. Take a look at this. Dance around him. Yep, outside the boot. Lovely. Great save from the LAFC keeper, to be fair. But
sorry,
Ricky getting a little saucy.
My app because it fucking shut down on me.
In Linwood, bro.
This is great.
We got a corner out of that. Ricky's looking. He's. God, I'm hoping he goes like angry Beckham, not red card Beckham, but like, oh, you're gonna show me up.
Do you think he sticks around, or do you think he's like, I got to get out of the situation?
I don't know. I mean, we have to be hurting his stock. You'd imagine.
Yeah.
I mean, how you went from Barcelona to the Galaxy, like you should have. It's tough to put it all on him. It's like Zlatan. It's really hard to put it all on the guy who's producing all the time when there's all these people around him not producing. I don't know. It kind of depends on if there's like if there's a clean sweep of the front office. Like say look, it's not crazy that Greg gets fired, right? Even if Klein gets fired, but it's not nuts at all that a new president comes in and goes, bro, you're massively underperforming.
Yeah.
You're massively underperforming with the second highest salary in the league. Like you're gone. And now your sporting director's gone, your head coach is gone, your technical director is gone because you know Klein is protecting Karofsky. If you're just starting completely fresh, like why wouldn't you sell him? Why wouldn't you sell him and try to recoup some of that money? Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, I don't know about Clinton being that much better. But like recoup, it's not a goal, don't worry. But
time check. What are you at?
I'm at 20, 34, 35, 36.
Okay.
Closer?
You're about half a minute ahead of me on that.
Bro, what is going on? Like, you're in the past.
Look, man.
Gonna be back in time. It's you and Huey Lewis in the news watching this game.
We're just.
Fuck, that's it.
I'm out of time, baby.
No. I have a random question to ask you. I was thinking about it.
Okay.
It's not even like a Galaxy thing. It was just like, I gotta ask Ed like his feelings on this. What do you think is a superior film? Time Cop or Demolition Man?
Okay.
I like that you took time to think about it.
Probably gonna hate me. You got to remind me which one's Time Cop.
Time Cop's Jean-Claude Van Damme. What are you talking about?
Okay, I'm not
It's
a
like
huge
a laser gun thing.
I've probably only seen about 3 Jean-Claude films.
In your life?
Yeah.
How's that even possible?
So that's obviously Bloodsport, which is probably
Bloodsport, number one.
Greatest movie we've ever made.
Our friendship would be over if your first answer was the Bloodsport.
I've seen obviously Street Fighter, which is probably the second greatest movie ever made.
It's got to be right behind Godfather 2.
Yeah, if not on par. And I think the other one I've seen of him is like The Legionnaire or something like that.
Oh, I wonder if I even know that one. So hold on, you haven't seen Time Cop?
I've not seen Time Cop.
You would love that shit. Even in 2023, you'd love it. It's in Demolition Man levels of your wheelhouse.
See, I got to find that now. Because for sure, Demolition Man is, I mean,
top 10
cinema.
all time.
It's cinema. It's not a movie. It's not film. It's cinema.
Yeah.
It should be displayed. It should be top number one in the AF5 film list, right?
Have you never seen Universal Soldier? That's Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Okay, then that's another one I've seen of him. Then
yeah.
Okay, yeah.
All right. I was a little worried, man. Only 3 Jean-Claude movies. Not.
And so
And don't worry, guys. If you're like, I can't believe this is what they're talking about during El Tráfico, because it doesn't matter.
I was definitely a Stallone, Schwarzenegger,
Jesus Christ.
like those are my jams, right? So like Demolition Man is definitely top of my list. Over the Top is amazing. I mean, how do you make an entire film about a truck driver who's like, I enter arm wrestling competitions?
It's the most American film there is.
Yeah.
Bro, they're controlling the fuck out of this. Like, we're getting chances, but they're real sporadic. They're a bunch of half chances, but they're passing the ball around us. And our guys aren't even pressing.
I'm afraid one bad tackle is going to be the end of Ricky, and that's for sure the end of our season.
That's it, yeah. A decent number of these guys can go down. Look, Caligari goes down. Leardham's right. Oh, Jesus Christ. God, we waste so much money on these people, man. It's desperation.
Am I already getting ready for a letdown here?
No, it's nothing that bad. It's just like you'll see it, like they're passing around us, man. It's
dang.
When we get half a shot, she just got a bad touch, boom, goes away. But that's why you can't. And that's why it's hard to be too difficult on Ricky, because you're like, oh, he's not producing the assists, and it's like, what do you want this fucking guy to do? Like, I love Dejan. What, he scored his second goal of the year? First goal of the year?
He's our top goal scorer with 2 goals.
Yeah, like, what do you want Ricky to do? Like, there's nothing in front of him. It's not like everyone else is scoring a boatload of goals and assisting a boatload of goals.
But I think my thing is last year he was, you'd tuck in a couple from outside the box, and I don't think he's.
Yeah, but everyone in the league has scouted this dude
and it's like just crashing down. Excuse me, hello.
Yeah, hit by a cat.
Can you see my dog?
Yeah, too many animals, man.
There you go.
Oh shit.
You just want to be on camera?
Your dog's like, I'm a dog head. I have no idea what a camera is.
She just wants to be next to a human. Because Denise kicked her out of the room because the baby's being put down to sleep.
Oh.
Or getting ready for bed. All right. Let's look into the chat. Juan Covarrubias says Raul Julia carried the movie on his back. He was Chef's Kiss the best. And I'm pretty sure that was his last movie too, because he died from his cancer not too long after that movie.
Yeah, he only did that movie for his kids or something like that. Like, I think the money was to have extra funds for the family. He was in pain the whole time. But as a kid, you didn't know that shit. He was just an awesome M. Bison. But awesome M. Bison.
I know there's a ton of these online and
oh, motherfucker.
We don't have the time or the patience. We should do a bad movie podcast or an action movie, an all 80s movie podcast.
Are there bad movies from the 80s? Thought they were all fantastic.
Well, no, I mean, yeah, I misspoke, so that's on me.
Oh. Well, I see what this says. How many times have I mentioned I live on the other side of the country? Yeah, I live far as fuck, bro. I go to bed late.
A comment by Mr. Provino. Watching Tucker in pain, watching this abomination is fun.
Bro, it hurts, man. Like, I'm so lucky. I'll be honest with you, man. I'm so lucky I have like Erica and the kids, because there was a time where like this meant so much more to me than it does now, and it still hurts me way too much now.
Yeah, I mean, it still is like day ruiner, a little bit. But before it'd be like my
The
week
whole
was
week.
done.
Yeah,
My
the whole
week
week was
like,
fucked.
yeah.
Whole week was fucked.
And until the next game, and then they disappoint you again, and then
You get to do it again. But the beauty of Chris Klein is like you've gotten used to this.
Yeah.
But it look, I still don't like it, but I'm not like, the surprise of it hurts so much more. The hope going into a game with hope hurts so much more. Like I can't even imagine Greg is like, yeah, we got this one. This is it. This is this is the tactical plan that's going to work.
If you watch his interviews now, man, he is not a happy person right now. He's answering questions just like he's very snippy and just like.
Did you
attitude.
see that article in The Athletic?
Yeah.
Where the Galaxy are editing out like this dude's dickhead responses. And I get it, like it's the Galaxy. They don't want him to be like they don't want the image of him being like condescending to a woman reporter. That's what I thought it was. I thought that like if it was a guy, if it was Baxter, they would have left that shit in.
I definitely got that little feeling though. It's like, oh, excuse me, can I answer my question?
Yeah.
You asked me the question. Let me speak.
It's like, look, let me talk. I think, but if it was Baxter or Guessman, like they would have left that shit in.
He was 2 seconds away from like, excuse me, a man is talking.
Free kick, LAFC outside the box. Caligari with a yellow card. Yeah. Zavaleta rushed to talk to the ref, as if the ref is like, who the fuck are you, man? Back up. Get away from me. Is this a good yellow? Is this fair? It's not a yellow card.
I'm trying to read some of the comments.
Probably yellow. It's probably yellow. It wasn't good. Like it really wasn't. He didn't get the ball.
Oh, excuse me. Apparently Juan is like a movie connoisseur. He said Down Came a Blackbird in 1995 was Raul Julia's last movie. I'd rather think that Street Fighter was his last one. It seems more fun.
Yeah, I appreciate that correct answer, Juan, but I'm gonna continue my life believing that Raul Julia's beautiful portrayal of M. Bison,
his last
with the save, big man, was the last Raul Julia film.
His last contribution to this earth was this beautiful masterpiece of Street Fighter.
Yeah, with the great line, for you it was the day M. Bison came to your village was the greatest day of your life. For me, it was Tuesday.
What I mean, to be honest, what a great line though. Come on,
classic line.
It's such a good line.
Oh, I should watch that movie. I should watch it on the road. Bro, I was watching movies on the road. God, you fucking whatever. I watched Hackers on the rower the other night. Like, it's my favorite movie. So obviously I have the response I'm gonna have, but God, what a perfect film. Just top to bottom, what a perfect movie. It gets so many things wrong. It gets so many things wrong, but it's like, you're still good. You're good enough. Also,
because what that movie came out when? 95. 95, okay.
Yeah.
Like from then to now, I mean, just computers have gotten astronomically better.
Oh, it's a different world.
Yeah,
it's a whole different world.
Oh man.
We're dealing with a hacker at work right now.
I mean, they didn't even get to Windows 98 at that point. I mean,
oh, bro, there's a laptop that they're all just raving over, and every single aspect of it is like your phone blows it out of the water. You guys have no idea. Like you have a computer in your pocket. That's all it is. And they're just like, oh, it's the greatest thing we ever had. Hacking into payphones and all that wonderfulness. It's the best movie, man.
God, I hate these people, man. Like I'm not, I've become more one with like being peaceful and letting people be what they be. I hate LAFC people so much.
Well, that's because, like, look, you can't fault someone for how they're born, but you can definitely fault someone for, oh, what a beautiful ball, Ricky. You got to finish that penalty. That's a penalty all day. Goal kick. Did he not hear me yell that it was a penalty all day?
What a ball. That is a penalty.
It's a beautiful ball. I thought it was a penalty. They're showing the replay now.
Hey, darling. Denise is walking by.
Oh, I think he leaves his foot in to get tackled. Oh, it's awful. Oh, captain. God damn it.
Had he just like played it and just like
he didn't want to get hurt. You can't blame him. He didn't want to get hurt. But
I think had he not gone for it after it passed him up.
Yeah.
I think he
what a ball from Ricky though.
Some...
But there you go, man. It's the same thing. You can't get down on Ricky for his contributions, and it's like, look at what he's playing, and they're putting 2 men on him immediately.
I think you get. I think you might get that call if
that might be a penalty. Call it. Call that shit. Call it, motherfucker. Where's my remote? That's a penalty.
I'm just gonna wait the 10 seconds.
Oh, they call a penalty right away. Oh, Bergman.
Oh yeah, that's it.
Yeah, it's a penalty all day. Call that motherfucker. Bam, legitimate on the replay. Legitimate call. Call it. I don't care that we're playing high school kids. Call it. Don't give a shit.
Let them cry. Let them cry to the parents. Fuck them kids, man.
Oh my god, they're gonna miss.
Who's taking the cheat?
Who's got it? They haven't shown. Ricky's got it. Ricky's got the ball. I think it's Ricky.
He's like, I'm not giving that. I'm not giving.
Ricky's got it. Delgado's walking up with him.
I'll just celebrate
that's Ricky.
when you
Ricky
celebrate.
all day. It's Ricky all day.
Oh,
about 4 or 5 paces back, going right for it. Oh, nice. Fix the ball. I'll take a little bit of grass off. All right. Don't fuck it up because now you done fixed it twice. Backs out 5 paces. Little run up. Saved. Yeah. Oh my god.
Shut up.
What on earth would make you think I'm joking?
Ricky. Oh, this team.
Oh my god.
Come on, you gotta believe in like some sort of like bad juju is on this team, man.
Bro, we're flat out cursed. It's over.
We need a and you know
it wasn't even good penalty.
No, it was terrible.
Yeah, it was an awful penalty. Good save from the keeper, you can be fair, but awful penalty.
No, it's keeper's height, dude. Like that's terrible.
All right, I'm gonna go get a beer up here.
I gotta find a way where I can I like fast forward this shit? Sorry, guys.
You're trying to fast forward the game.
Well, no, because you guys are half a minute ahead of me. It's just.
See, go for, here we go.
I'm enjoying my time. I'm enjoying talking to you, Chris. You know what? That's the whole point of this.
Things are busting up. Things are getting crazy. I'm gonna let you know when stuff happens, so you can keep an eye out for it.
I'll just keep an eye on the chat and then.
Yeah, shit's starting to pop off now.
I mean, that's what happens when your team sucks.
Fuck. Bro, we're definitely cursed.
There's got to be someone needs to bust out like the sage, and like burn, or that's what it is, right? They burn sage and to cleanse the rooms.
Yeah.
They do an egg. My wife says they do an like. What do you mean they do an egg? They like hide an egg somewhere or what?
She's talking about who's this? Who is this?
She's talking about Denise is in the kitchen.
Oh.
She's talking about some brujeria shit right now.
Brujeria.
She's like some Santeria stuff where they, she says they get an egg. You want to come here? Talk on the mic. My wife's gonna explain what they do to cleanse.
Hi guys.
So, girl.
So they'll get an egg and they'll pass it around your whole body. Not necessarily rub it, but they just like cover it over you.
Who's they?
The Santera.
Yeah, the brujas, the witches,
Oh, that means
the,
something.
the,
Okay.
the spirit leaders.
Spirit
Yeah,
leaders.
and then they'll crack it, and then it's like black, and that like the egg is supposed to.
So apparently the egg will change color into like black, meaning that it takes all your impurities out of you.
You really don't like black people, huh?
They get some herb, and then they like.
Yeah. So, hey, look, the Galaxy are all about pandering. So why don't they get some like Mexican witchcraft in so they can cleanse the team?
Oh, I'm sure they've tried it.
Nah, I don't think so. They need it, man. This is awful. Because now it doesn't seem like it's sparked the team to fight more. It seems like they just are now angry, and I don't know if that's going to be a good thing or
I'll
bad
take
thing.
angry. Yeah, I'll take angry.
It's better than apathy, which seems like they've been, yeah.
Well, now you can see why we rested against Columbus. Like we wanted to play. There you go, Ricky. It's just phenomenal. Yeah, it's just as
But
long.
You played because you played Columbus was Columbus the way we,
Columbus was the midweek game, and then we played DC on the weekend.
but DC was the one we played like a rotated lineup, right? Or was it Columbus?
No, Columbus was rotated. DC was the full
Okay.
lineup, and then we got beaten by DC worse.
Oh man,
But like
we got beaten by a Wayne
but you
Rooney
can-
led team.
But you can see why we rotated against Columbus. You wanted to try. You knew you were going to try to play the main 11 against United and then the Oakland game.
Wouldn't you do the opposite? Like, wouldn't you play your first 11 in the midweek game, rotate on the weekend, and then on this game you have your first 11 fresh and ready to go?
Yeah, I mean, unless you thought you were gonna lose to Columbus anyway, and you had a shot against United.
I guess so, man. But as we know,
Hey, look, I'm not saying I agree with it.
we have no shots against anybody at this point.
Yeah, I'm not saying I agree.
The Galaxy are literally the last place team. It's just not. It's not even fun anymore. It's not even fun. Like you can't even. Yeah.
Well, the upside is like, Klein says he's leaving if we don't make the Western Conference semifinal. It's going to take a while for us to be out of contention for the playoffs at all. But at least as far as that is concerned, not looking good for the Galaxy. Not looking good for Chris Klein's continued employment. Not foul.
Well, he's not quitting. He's just
stepping aside.
It's
in writing, man. I don't know if you've heard.
I've seen the concessions.
That's the word. Oh. I'm doing my best to not really talk about it.
Well, I heard we heard some stuff go down tonight at the game where.
What did you hear? I'm gonna mute and go get a beer. What did you hear, Ed?
People are snitching. Snitches get stitches. Remember that.
Whoa.
People. Just saying. Just crying and whining, man. I don't like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's go back to the chat a little bit.
All right, I can hear you, but I'm gonna pour myself a beer.
All right, so we're getting the chat's lively right now. We got about 40 people. It's popping. Puig is on his own.
Oh.
Does Puig not trust Chicha anymore? That's for sure. But I mean, you gotta make your PK to prove that point, though, right? Let's see. This one is LMAO, grown ass men beating up on high school kids. Hey, look, man, that's how they learn the game, right? Whose place did Zabaleta take? Well, he's in for Neil. Looks like Neil's resting. I remember again listening to our good friend Josh over on Corner of the Galaxy as my dog continues to make her way to sit next to me. That Neil was just exhausted. So I'm assuming he's getting the day off and resting and coming back. But man, terrible stuff.
Sorry.
No, I'm wondering. I mean, I think I saw someone post on like a Discord or something. Is like, We should have just let Neil go play with the the World Cup, the Youth World Cup.
We're just wasting his time.
Yeah.
But I can even appreciate it from his standpoint if he wanted to stay. He's got an opportunity to potentially lock down an MLS starting spot. If he wants to stay and be part of it. I don't think it's possible. I don't think it's likely. But what if Mavinga or Zavaleta goes on a nice run
Yeah.
and ends up taking that spot? Like,
I think we all kind of understand that. I think Neil is safe on his starting position.
Probably, but we're looking at it from the perspective of a fan. Like as a player, as a young player, an academy kid, an academy graduate, you get an opportunity. Like you want to be available.
Yeah, and in a team that's notoriously not that great with letting the youth
Jesus Christ
play some minutes, so
yeah, like he's needed.
Except
I'm not saying that's
a certain player, but
okay. I'm not saying that's what happened, but I'm saying if that's what he wanted, if he was like, yeah, I'll stay, I get it. I think that would be the mentality of like, hey, you potentially could be the guy next year.
Yeah.
Why don't throw it away? Not that they go into the U20 is throwing it away, but like you're in the midst of having an opportunity, and clearly the head coach is trying to position it. Come on, Chicha, come on. Nope, you're not getting called for that. Oof, that boy's frustrated.
I love the comments are saying that these grown ass men in the Galaxy are beating up on some high school kids.
They're not. They're doing their best to keep up with them. We look old, man. We look old and tired. Chicharito's running his ass off. He's doing his best, but it seems like that time where the body is just starting to change over. And you see the videos and the graphics and all the Instagrams, like he's working his ass off. It looks like he's really doing his best to stay fit. Look, this is, bro, we try telling people this all the time. We're trying to be positive. I know how I get it too.
Yeah, I know.
It sounds.
Not how it seems, no, but this is us being positive and like,
bro, it's the reason I don't tolerate people calling Efrain Alvarez fat. Like, that's not cool. You wouldn't do that to anybody else. Yes,
we would.
God.
Chris.
Wow. Klinsman double save. Beauty. Check this shit out. Pay attention. Jonathan Klinsman on a double save. Offside.
Chris, we would make fun of somebody. We would call them fat, even though we're like 150 pounds overweight more than them. Oh, what a save.
I wouldn't call him fat. No.
What a save.
The second save was offside. He still saved it, though. Beautiful. Yeah, second shot's definitely off.
We used to, I think I mentioned this last week. We used to call a player a cheeseburger. Like a dude who was like a guy who had problems with substance abuse, and we were like, yeah, whatever, cheeseburger, fat fuck. We would make fun of him.
This might be it for Memo. Oh shit! Hey, what's up?
It's just, I feel you're wrong when you're like, we wouldn't make fun of any. Yes, we would.
No, I'm saying I wouldn't do it now.
Well, weren't we the ones making fun of Chicha for like being out of shape and when he first came on the team?
That doesn't sound like me.
No, not at all.
Making fun of him for being out of shape? That doesn't sound like What? Nah. You can highlight that he was clearly out of shape. You can highlight that he clearly had put on a couple pounds. It's not like I called him a fat ass or something.
Well, we've never called Efrain. We didn't call him a fat ass. We were just like, hey man,
Well, I'm saying other people talk about it. That shit's nuts to me.
We've mentioned that he can buy a lot of McNuggets now. I mean, I think that's
more of a critique of the contract,
I think. Yeah. I don't know he's buying the Happy Meals for himself or his kids. I don't know.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? You're a father now in your 30s. Can you imagine being a father? Oh my God, there goes the app again. Can you imagine being a father to 2 kids at like 19?
Bro, you remember me at like 22. I was drinking bottles of Captain Morgan.
How stupid we were.
I don't know. Sometimes I think about how much further in life I'd be, because like Damien really, really, kind of sharpened shit up here. Like we really had to tie this whole wild, sailboat down. once the kid came along. Made it to halftime. Halftime 0-0, man. Klinsman double save, probably the moment of the game so far. That and Ricky's missed PK, obviously.
Yeah, I think that might be the more key moment of the game.
Bro, LAFC had just about damn near scored. It wasn't for that. But I guess must have tailed goalkeepers. 0-0 is a tailed goalkeepers. Boom. I got there. Like a commentator. I'm like Sasha now. Drinking an Imperial there.
You just need like a sports coat and like a white sneakers, because that's apparently all those guys wear.
It's great looking at the chat and reading all of like the worst things Lars have ever done.
Yeah.
I forgot about the Charlie Davidson.
Yeah.
He drives to the left. He drives to the right. To be young again.
I know, man. Hey, man, it's you grow up. Lars is older now.
Lars in great hands, though, man.
More mature.
Lars doing big things.
They're more mature,
Do I get like a halftime break? How is this working?
Man, what were your thoughts in that first half, man?
Well, we're playing a C squad, and it's 0-0. I think in general we're doing okay. We've had a shot to go up. It would have been nice to get that, even if it's off the penalty. You would expect to score from the run of play against, backups. But it would have been nice to get that penalty and start rotating some of these guys out.
Did you have any confidence that even scoring that goal we would be able to keep a lead?
Sometimes I wish like I could talk during our Jared days. Those are a little easier, but I really don't like Zavala. How his game kind of is represented. Let me say it that way. So no, there's no like strict confidence in our ability to keep it 1-0, but we definitely needed that first one. We definitely needed the first one. It would have been great to get it in the first half, given how much stronger of a lineup we played than they did. But it kind of goes to show you where we're at as a program right now.
Yeah, I think that's kind of an issue, right? It's just that you see, and I wouldn't even say these guys are bad players. I mean, you see the guys like Ricky, you see guys like they should be able to put something together, but it just seems like something is off with this team that is making them, like you said earlier, they look like they've hardly played together. They look like they don't know each other. And
which they know each other, so they probably don't like each other.
I think that's a big issue. I think, and Greg is supposed to be this guy who's supposed to be a big man manager, right? Like he's supposed to be the guy, who gets his team to, back up against him or back up for him and play for him. But it just seems like, I don't know, man. Just I
think that's what you expect a manager to do when they're in 10th or when they're in 9th, to try to get them up to 6th or 5th. It's a drastically different ask when you're 29th and when you're literally dead last in the entire league. And you're 3 years into, I mean, this is from Klein, 3 years into a 5-year plan. It's just a different ask. And is he the guy who can motivate guys where they're like, hey, essentially at the end of January, this is it. This is it.
I have a question. Am I racist thinking that
Golasso? Whoa, hang on. Hold on. You gotta give me a second to shift to there. Okay, hold on, I'm ready.
When I heard the channel Golasso, I'm thinking, oh, it's like a CBS Spanish like football like station. And to find out, it's like, oh no, it's just English. Soccer. It's the name is Golasso.
I don't think that makes you racist. No. I might not be the person to ask that question, but I don't think that makes you racist.
Christopher Tucker, man who knows all about Hispanic culture. And what were your thoughts on that? But yeah, I don't know why.
My thoughts are like, you're a soccer fan, right?
Yeah.
Do you know what that phrase means?
I do.
Like, you know what Golasso means? Well, there you go. It's for you. Like, that's all it is. I don't think it's racist. I don't think most things are racist, though. I think people use racism as an excuse.
Oh, speaking of Charlie Davies.
Is he here? I'm not even watching
right
this.
now. With one of those Kool-Aid guys.
Bro, I thought you said Kool-Aid guys. It's like
One of those Kool-Aid mans.
Hey, this might be a good time for some lightning round questions. do you
Yeah.
think?
Let me bring up my phone. Oh, I see Afja's in the chat. Want to say
Ooh,
shout out to
shout
Afja.
out.
If you want to donate or go buy some pupusas, they're having an event. If you go check out the Lars social medias, they have a flyer that there's an event going on that they're raising money with the recent tragedies that happened over there. Let me bring up our chat because I am good at this. So bring it up real quick. If you can vamp a little bit, Tucker, so I can open this up.
Yeah, no worries, man. I can tell you a story. Like the Galaxy posted their memorial tweet, which is always nice to see.
Presented by Herbalife.
But then presented it by a sponsor, which is gross, man. Like it's objectively gross.
Yeah.
And I got into it with somebody. I think it was Jay, a guy named Jay, and he's like, "This is, you shouldn't be joking." I was like, "I'm not joking, man. Like it's gross that they're like, let's go ahead and see if we can squeeze the sponsorship out of this."
Or whose dad was it that passed away and they like sponsored it by some ice cream company, like the Post?
Oh no, it was nobody's dad. It was Doug Hamilton. It was their Doug Hamilton post, and then they deleted it and put it back up with the cool Haas edited out.
That's right.
But yeah, this guy was like, you shouldn't be joking about this. I'm like, well, I'm not joking about it. I'm saying it's gross that they're attempting to have advertisement revenue off of a memorial post for people who passed away. And I just had to remind him, and it's just in case you're listening, sir. Again, no animosity, no ill will towards you at all. But like, and this goes for anybody. If I ever have any opinion that you don't like or you disagree with or you think is is atrocious and I'm terrible, like, bro, block me and move on with your life. I'm a big proponent. I'm a big fan of it. Believe me, if you say something I don't like, I'll block you and completely forget you ever existed.
Oh yeah, I mean, especially with the Twitter machine, where apparently now everyone can be on your timeline, which I've been getting
even if you don't follow them.
A crap ton of LAFC people. I'm like, why am I getting this? And I just mute it. I mute it and I move on.
Yeah, just block them. Just block me, man. No hard feelings. It's all good. And look, if you ever are like, hey man, I wonder what Chris is doing, and you unblock me, that's cool too, because I won't care either way. So I'm really just trying to help you understand that I'm not going to have any ill feeling about you like blocking me or not want to talk to me or anything like that. Like,
so
really perfectly cool.
If you are in our live chat right now and you want to ask a question, go ahead. This is the time to ask, since we are not distracted by the game. But I do have some lightning round questions, and I'll throw them at you, Chris. This one from our good friend Adam. Would you keep Vanny as GM/sporting director if we were to get a new coach?
No.
Okay.
I can elaborate. I'm sorry. Was that I like if you're going to get rid of him, he's here as your head coach. Like,
yeah, you got to.
If he's not here doing that job, then we. So, what scenario is he fired as a head coach where he should stay on as a general manager?
Yeah, who's fired him? And he's like, I'm gonna stick with my
front office position though. He's effectively general manager now. So, what has he done so far as being a general manager? Where you're like, I don't need him as a coach anymore, but I'm willing to sign up for more of it as a general manager.
Yeah, you can stay on. It's fine.
He's 3 years. He's 3 years into him building the project. Allegedly, if you listen to Klein and that they're all hands off now, and it's his baby. He's 3 years into building a project. And we're dead last in the league. Mm-hmm. So it's not like his substitutions are exclusively the reason we're in dead last. Part of it is like the way we built out a roster. So if you're getting rid of him, like you get rid of him. And in this scenario, like if Greg's gone, Klein's gone. So like why would the next guy keep him on? I don't know. It doesn't make any sense.
This one from F Aguirre 661. Do we ever pull out of the slump with Vanny as coach?
I'll be honest, I don't think so. But I don't know. It's mostly that I don't know that he survives the year. And I could definitely see it going on for the whole of the year.
Because I would give this, say any coach, I don't know if they survive this, where you have a a transfer ban in the summer where you would go out and buy players, or you'd go out and trade for players, and all you can do is anything inside the league, and then anyone in the league knows you're in you're
Nobody's helping.
no one's gonna help you.
Nobody's gonna help you.
You're desperate, right? So every team's gonna be like, well, that player that would normally cost $300,000, we're gonna bump them up to 600.
Yeah.
And what are you gonna say? No.
You are confined to the structure that you can operate inside of within the prism of your suspension and your fines and all that. Basically, your inability to register for any ITC really of a player that's currently outside of the league. There's no one's like, why would Philadelphia cut you a deal?
Yeah, that was my thing. Like, my brother texted me pretty often about the Galaxy and like asked me questions, and most of them were like, "No, we're terrible. No, that's not going to work. No, we're not going to do that." But it's I don't see any manager in this league would be able to really pull it together when you have a transfer ban and you have all these things going on, and you have a terrible front office, and you have all these things going against you.
And the boycott doesn't help.
Yeah.
Like it's bad enough you have these issues. Looking at it from Greg's perspective, it's bad enough you have these issues that are brought about outside of your control for signings that didn't even affect your job detail. Like things that were brought in that happened way before you got here. Like you're still hamstrung, but that's football, and you're going to be judged against the team that you have and the team that you built, kind of regardless of all those things. Life is not fair. There is nothing fair in life. It's you get what you work for and what you negotiate for, and this is what he worked and negotiated for. And I imagine he negotiated for the end of this year, and ensuring that he's going to get the end of this year to do his job. I don't think there's really anything that's gonna conclude with Greg getting walked. But,
Yeah, I mean, if you're Klein though, and you're like, my whole season's riding on them making it to the Western Conference semifinals or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
How long can you go without being like, all right, we need to find someone who can kind of motivate them? How long can he go
motivate
without feeling
who?
pressure? And
Klein feel pressure?
Yeah, I mean, he's got to, right? I mean, you got to feel at least a little bit when you say you're putting your job on the line.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the easiest choice would be obviously someone like Robert in the chat mentions Berhalter, which seems like the very likely replacement for Vanny with Klein at the helm.
I don't know. I think it's a tough ask, man. I think it's a tough ask for anyone. You take the job. I was talking to somebody this week. I wish I could remember who it was. I was talking to someone this week where it's like, so they're like, who would you hire if Vanny gets walked? And all I could think of was, you're coming in to manage a squad that's built by Greg Vanny. You can't make major additions in the middle of the season. The performance of how you do in the job will dictate whether the person who hired you gets to keep their job. And if you do if you conclude the season with the most likely result for where you are when you take the job, if you conclude the season outside of the playoffs, which is the most likely result at this stage, a little over a third of the way through the season, if that happens, the guy who hired you gets fired or steps aside, whatever happens. And then a new president is brought in where you're not going to be his hire. At the same time, there's going to be a bunch of upheaval, getting rid of some contracts that we didn't really like. There's going to be some room for you to work. But you'll be working with a brand new president, likely a brand new technical director. If Vanny's gone, a brand new sporting director. And that's the job. You're taking that job with that understanding. All those moving pieces and all those variables are actively in play. And if you're good enough to take the Galaxy job in late May or June 1st, why aren't you good enough to interview for the Galaxy job in the offseason if they give Greg the whole year? Like, why sign up for it today when you could wait and see who the next president is and what that guy's?
So they're displaying the stats on the halftime show. LAFC with 11 shots to our 8. Both have 5 on target. Possession is 50-50 split even. This is basically your first team going against a C team. They're bringing on Tyler Boyd.
Tyler Boyd, big baby Boyd coming in. I love Tyler Boyd, man.
All right, kick
Oh,
off.
I think he's a hell of a player.
I definitely think he's probably been our signing of the season for sure. Well, up until this point, we'll see what happens. And
if you're looking to this point of the season, you'd have to give it to him. Tyler Boyd came in for Julian Aude. They had Tyler playing, or they can move Edwards to left back and play Boyd. Move Memo to right back. Play Memo at left. Sorry, move Memo to left wing. Boyd to right wing. Edwards to left back. Have Edwards. Oh, Ricky's trying to make something happen. There we go. All right, it's already looking better. Get the ball away. All right. Cycle.
I mean, you definitely with Boyd at least you'll have it where
hold it back.
Someone who will attack at players, someone who will take a shot from outside the box, kind of keep a defender and the goalie on their toes, you know.
Yeah. Ricky's in. I mean, he's trying to play these like fast 1-2s, but there's like what's crazy with him. It's similar, and obviously a big part of it. All right, just got a corner out of this. Nope, throw it. It's obvious, similar to when Beckham was here, when Zlatan was here. Like it's just a different level of thought. Yeah. It's moving so much faster, and it's always directed towards how are we getting the ball headed towards the goal? What do I need to do to drive this into a channel where we're going to get a shot out of it?
And with him, he could literally just I'm just going to shoot from anywhere.
Shoot from here, yeah.
Yeah,
but that threat is where you have opposition players trying to press him close to keep him from taking that shot from distance. But if you get too close to him, he just runs on you. Now you're dragged out of position. Someone if we were coached properly, someone would take the space that Ricky just vacated and open it up for to make someone else available. But no one else thinks as quickly as he does.
But you would think someone, and as much as we want to give give it to Chicha, like he should be someone who thinks on that level, right? Like he should be someone who has that same mentality as playing. And let's give it to him. He's played at a high level. He's played at Madrid. It's like the best team in the world, arguably. So it's like
not arguably. It is the biggest club. Real Madrid is the biggest club in the world.
Nah, Man City's going to be top it now.
Bro, the fact that you're saying going to be eliminates them from your argument to begin with.
But I mean,
Jesus Christ.
It should be. He should have that mentality. So when you see that, even he seems to have issue with reading and being familiar with Ricky or being on the same page. It's just.
That's where I would disagree with you. I think Cheech is at a point where his body just oh my God, that was it. Oh, that was it. Cheech's sorry, LAFC just had a chance right in front of the goal and was blocked out. I couldn't see who blocked it. But again, it probably should have been the opener.
We've seen it where it's not so much if the body's given up, it's he should have the mind to be like, okay, well, I'm gonna make it into this space. I'll leave in this space.
But his body can't get to that space anymore in the manner that he's used to. Oh my shit! What? Oh, I love him so much.
Ooh!
Oh my God! He just Boyded all over my face. It has to be Tyler Boyd. Nobody else on the team can do that.
What did we say?
My God!
He likes to shoot from outside the box, man.
Oh my God! I'm pregnant. Ed, I'm with child. Oh,
signing of the year, man. That's just give him the player of the year right now.
Let me see this again. Take it on the right, cut in, bang. Oh my! Doesn't even give you time to think about it. Bang.
But again, see, that's what
What a
Tyler
shot. Oh my God, I love Tyler
Oh.
Boyd.
That's what Tyler Boyd brings, man. He brings
Yeah.
he's not afraid to take that shot.
He doesn't
You
give a
see
shit about anything. You know what it is, Ed? He got that dog in him. Tyler Boyd got that dog.
He's got that. What's a dog in New Zealand that's popular? He's a Kiwi dog.
Kiwi dog. Let me find it. I'll find New Zealand.
But he's, that's what I'm saying. It's, you see a lot of the guys, like you'll see Ricky was a guy who would want to take a shot from outside the box, but now it's just they want to pass it around. No one ever wants to take a shot. Oh, now it's changing.
Yeah, now they're opening it up a little bit. Ricky getting crazy. Oh my God, what a fucking goal.
Now, he and Ricky's like, see, don't worry, I can do that.
I can do that shit too.
Yeah, I got that.
I'm still popular. People still like me.
It's still good. It's still good.
Yeah, man. Hey, and nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with it. Push each other. Oh, God damn, I love Tyler Boyd. Right in front of the 3-2-5-2 as well. Right all over her neck and chest. Bitches.
Right in their eyes.
Best.
I mean, it should really be 2-0, but do you think if it was 1-0 at the half though, that Boyd would even come on the field? Well, that's a double to the face.
Yeah, somebody's got to get in touch with Tyler Boyd and have him buy beer for Lars, because he's. I mean, you're talking on-field performances, which is it's certainly not what the Lars Player of the Year trophy is about. But if you're talking on-field performances, it's got to be Tyler Boyd.
Yeah,
Tyler Boyd, maybe Jalen. Maybe Jalen.
I was leaning towards Jalen too, just because it's that young kid coming in and just kind of, I mean, honestly, being the best defender on this team, which I know is not saying a lot, but you still got to give it to
Ricky.
A 19-year-old.
Ricky, young man, Ricky. Oh, yeah. Oh, go do it, sir. Oh, go do it, sir.
Oh, that's. I'm surprised.
Go do it, sir. Well done.
Yeah.
Well done.
This is turning into a route right now. Come on, let's do
it. Well
it.
Done.
Keep the boot on the neck, man.
Show them. Show the fuckers.
Look at that. G's fans and celebrating right there. Love it. Love to see it.
Burn it into their eyes. Damn. 3, 4, 5, 6. Disgusting.
It burns half the team.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is the trailer. Yeah, you got 6 of them.
I'm kind of shocked that they're not going to call it back for a foul in the box.
Nah.
I'm surprised they're not calling that on Chicha.
Hey, bro, stop all your negativity. What is this?
No. I mean, look, again, our misfortunes where you kind of would be like, oh, whatever. I'll take it. That was a beautiful goal, Ricky. But is it so? So now, I mean, I'll bring it back to negativity. But
what are you doing?
It's not really so much. It's a team effort. It's these individual glimpses of like brilliance, right?
Yeah, I'll take it.
And I'll take it though. Yeah, again.
Yeah, I'll take it. Nobody complaining about it.
Yeah, no, I'm not complaining. That's great. That's great to see.
Well, the main thing at this point, you're all This is it. The season is the Open Cup. You're in this round of 16. We got a quarterfinal next. We're 3 games from a cup, and 2 games from a cup final,
and a Champions League berth,
and a Champions League spot. Yeah, this is the entirety of the season.
Yeah, I mean, how do you not? How for the last 10 years we've been saying just put all your eggs in the Open Cup basket.
Yeah, well, and really all of that. Is that Cheech working that down? Good boy. All of that is just down to if overall success is not a priority, and if MLS Cup if you're treating, because it is a priority, if you're treating MLS Cup as if it's not the priority, well, in that case, put all your eggs in the Open Cup basket and try to win something. It's been a long time since we've even competed for something at a serious level. Actually go for it. You got to check your email. Ed, Big Tony's sent you an email.
Oh yeah, and I texted him back.
Oh word. Oh fuck! What a goal! God damn, my balls, dude. Beautiful.
There's not VAR in the Open Cup, right?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think so.
But I'm shocked, man. I really didn't see this coming. I think that goal by Boyd really energize that team, man.
What do you mean you didn't see it coming? We're literally playing their C team. And the fact
Yeah,
that you don't
exactly.
see it coming is everything that's wrong with the organization.
I was expecting them to seriously score on us, and then that'd be it. We'd go down and wouldn't be able to find a goal.
Dancing for Rain was like, how is the second goal? Orgasmic.
It's orgasmic. We really miss Ben with
Beautiful.
his sound. What's the sound
No
effects?
no VAR in the Open Cup, Ed.
I haven't checked the Zoom, see if he even came in or not. But
Nah, he hasn't. I'm watching it on Zoom. Are you watching it on YouTube?
yeah, because I'm looking at the comments.
Oh, yeah, I'm watching. I'm only on Zoom. I have I have YouTube down for the most part. Not seeing much of it. Go on, Ricky. Right across him. Try to get that. That's a yellow, obviously, all day.
But yeah, I mean, come on, that goal by Boyd. I mean, it's changed everything.
Wow, so good.
But seriously, I mean, you can't. Again, I'm bringing the negativity tonight. I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm like, yes, it's celebrate if we get this win, celebrate. But it's like, yes, but it's also against teenagers, and you should expect to win this game.
You gotta knock that shit off, Ed. You can only beat the team that's in front of you. Now, look, do they have bigger fish to fry and they're focused on different things than we are? Absolutely.
Yeah, like a Champions League final or whatever. Yeah, whatever.
But we're winning the game that we can win. Like that's all we can do today. It's how bad would everything be if we lost this game? Come on.
I think it'd be 10 times worse.
Yeah,
we did lose the teenagers.
So, as you said, fuck them kids, man.
So we have a question in the chat.
Let's slow it down. All right, go ahead.
We have a question in chat. This is coming from. Sorry, I'm trying to scroll up. Faithful Angelino Sports. Did this performance have the same vibe as the recent Seattle game, where we beat up on their kids?
Tacoma defense, yeah.
Tacoma.
Well, the only place where it's different is, at this stage, being around for a couple of years, like, I don't really give a shit about the Sounders. You know what I mean?
I mean, we used to like care because they used to be like
they were up there.
Yeah, they next to like San Jose, they were getting up there with in terms of like rivalries.
But then we started sliding down the level, the ladder of importance.
Yeah.
And you're just getting your ass whooped by them every time. I don't care about Seattle in that same way, but it should look if you're weighing it. It's great because it's a cup match. It's great because we're progressing in the cup, and this will send us to the quarterfinals. But if you're taking the opponent into account, this match is still less than winning an MLS game.
Yeah.
This match is still beneath. Our whole Open Cup run so far has been beneath winning an MLS game because we're actually exhausting our main 11 because we have to win the cup. We have to win the Open Cup matches. At least that's the way it's been treated.
And not for nothing, but winning these games also makes our schedule even more compacted.
Even more, yeah. But we don't have anything else because if you're not really that realistically, you're not that concerned about the league because whatever. You know what's going to happen, dude? We're gonna win the Open Cup, and Kleин's going to be like championships.
Told you, I got.
Be happy with your title. Yeah, be happy with your cup.
Big Tony says, if you need to beat up some high schoolers, the G's are here for you.
That's what we do, baby. What we do.
Well, we're like the real life Jordan meme.
Fucking kid, bro. Edward's having a very difficult night. Everywhere we put him. Left mid, right wing, left back. He's just having a rough night.
It's honestly been a disappointment in seeing the fall of Edward. I really enjoyed him when he first came on the team. I think maybe he just had more like to prove, or he just had like, I don't know, man. It just seems crazy.
Yeah, LAFC's got a chance right now, and it all really started with Edwards getting just ripped by some kid. Yeah, it's a rough night for him, man, and it's a shame. Oh God, who's that? Caceres? Is that Malata? Go, Ricky on a break. Damn it. Oh, I love soccer so much. It's just the best sport.
I'm gonna try to pronounce his name. Schwarzen Yuka. He says, given Anakin Skywalker vibes or energy.
Who is?
The Galaxy team with
Fucking up the younglings.
yeah, killing all the
That's good. I haven't watched Star Wars in so long.
Yeah. Do you watch? You don't watch the Mandalorian?
I haven't seen season 3. I heard Pedro Pascal had like a contractual beef, and is like only in like half the season or something like that.
Well, it's
We just finished
definitely-
Narcos, or the first 2 seasons of Narcos, the Escobar seasons.
Oh yeah, I think that's the only ones I've actually seen.
Season 3 is all right. You don't need to watch it.
But I mean, you definitely it definitely focuses more on the other Mandalorians than it does the Mandalorian. That's the
60th minute. 60th minute. Dejan's coming in, I think, for Chicha, and Chris Mavinga's coming in for nephew.
Time check. Where you at, Tucker?
60, 43, 44, 45.
Hey, I'm only 6 seconds behind you now.
All right, yeah, now we're talking. Yeah,
Yeah.
Chicha for Dejan and Zavaleta for Chris Mavinga. I'm gonna go get a beer, bro.
That's good. Those are good. Those are good.
Great
Those are
subs.
good subs, man.
Good
Yeah.
subs and good at a good time. It's
Yeah.
time to start. I mean, I'd like to see Ricky brought out, to be honest with you.
Who's getting that captain armband?
Zavaleta's out. Ricky.
Teacher really like hamming it up with that limping he's coming off of.
No, Ricky doesn't have the armband. Who would have Caceres?
That makes sense.
Oh, Brugman. No, it's Brugman.
Oh yeah.
fucking
Because he
up.
was captain when Chicha would be out. Yeah.
He's captain when Chicha's out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nephew's only captain when both are out. All right, I'm gonna go get a beer.
Yeah, man.
I like
See,
this, bro. This is all right. This is bad. Mostly because I get to sit on my couch.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I got to sit on the couch. I can lean back. Like,
You should read Big Tony's email while I'm gone.
oh, I read that one. We'll read that. I mean, it's kind of a lull in the game. Thank you, Big Tony, for sending out these emails. We appreciate it. Hot off the presses. I'll try not to be distracted by the game while writing. Midweek, the G's traveled to Columbus and lost pretty badly. For some reason, the G's felt they needed to load manage and didn't start all our quote-unquote stars. Predictably, the G's lost 2-0. The amazing Pippi predicted a draw, but Chris, Ben, and Ed all predicted a loss. However, it was only your boy Ed that correctly predicted the score. So a full 4 points for him. Ben thought our defense would be a little better and only lose 1-0. So 2 points for him. And Chris thought we would put one in, so he grabs just a point. Then on to DC, the next stop on the G's road trip. Pippi was optimistic and predicted a win, while Ed thought we might improve and manage a draw. So no points for either of them. Both Ben and Chris predicted a loss, with Chris saying a 2-0 loss and Ben saying a 3-1 loss. Well, the embarrassing 3-0 loss means that Chris grabs 2 points and Ben grabs 1. So where does that put us? Well, Chris leads with 14. Ben is a close at 11. And I'm assuming I'm third because he puts Ben again. He goes, Ben is sitting in third. So I'm assuming that's me with third with 9 points. And Pippi trails distantly with 5 points. Listener predictions. There's so much. Let's do it simply. Against Columbus, 3 people got the exact score. So a full 4 points to Uncle Dishwasher, Chris G, and pronounced Munker. The DC game. Just above half predicted a loss, but none of them correctly predicted the score. 8 said 0 goals by the G's, so they grab 2 points, and the other 15 get a point this week. So the current table has Uncle Dishwasher leading the pack with 15, Cookies in close second with 13, Chris G and Michael W sit third with 11. 3 other listeners sit in fourth with 10. It's close at the top, so don't miss any games. Watch Twitter for reminders. And I'll read the last part after the game so we can kind of get into the weekend.
Is there people in the chat? How's that going? Is that active?
We have 42 people watching right now or listening along with us on the.
Like that. That seems.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know what good is. That sounds funny.
That's probably like a.
Oh, I haven't gotten to say this in a long time. Have they all twiddly dinks the thumbs up, Ed?
Twiddly dinks it. Twiddly dinks that like. Twiddly dinks that share button. Do us that favor.
Has it been twiddly dinks, sir?
Yeah. Oh, They made it wiggle a little bit. This one from Robert Lopez in the chat. Winning in their stadium is also an important monkey to get off the guy's back. To be honest, they owned us at home. The players don't want the sliding or that sliding. I don't know. Let's see. From Schwartzy Zunuka. Again, I can't pronounce that. Don't forget we beat LFC at their stadium in 2020 on goals from Zubak and Leggett. It's COVID, so now crowds. This could be the second time. Well, it's been a while since we've when we beat them last. We beat LAFC last year, right, in the Open Cup again. So we're just owning LAFC in the Open Cup now. Is that our thing? Yeah, it's kind of hard to see this team messing this up at this point. So I don't want to call a victory at this point. It's still there's still 25 minutes left in this game. But yeah. But it's gonna be interesting. We have what 4 days to recover, or 3 days really, before we play another game this weekend. See some of these comments in the section. This one from Carlos. Even Cabral has scored on LSU over there. That is true and sad, but come on. Cabral also scored on us, so I don't know what's sadder. Because we are not a good team. Let's see some of these too close to call. I'm gonna read some more of these lightning round questions. Since Chris is gone, we'll read some of these. This one from Art from Lars. He just says, "Bring back Ben." We wish Ben was sent the Zoom link invite. So, if he might be one of joining us on the live stream, which would be kind of cool. But I don't think so. We'll see. But hopefully we can get Ben back soon. We miss Ben too, just as much as you guys do. This one from Nava WRX. I'm assuming that's how you pronounce that. Klein moves within AEG. Kuntz replaces him. Is Vanny fair game to sack at this point? I think that like I said with Chris, I think if you get another couple string of losses, I think you have to kind of, if I'm Klein, I would have quit my job a long time ago, but if I'm Klein, you have to kind of change it up. And I think you have to bring in somebody who you think is going to at least get you to a playoff position where you kind of a fighting chance. But man, it's we're more than a third way through the season. It's getting dicey. I mean, it's MLS too. You can win 4 games and then you're already in the playoff spot again. So you go on a hot streak and you're already back there in the playoffs. Let's see what you guys are saying in the live chat. This one from Carlos again. Open cup and wooden spoon means Klein stays probably. Yeah, you're probably right. I mean, I think he could probably justify himself saying, "Hey, I won you guys. I won us a trophy. So even though we didn't make the playoffs, I'm staying on for another 5 years. We get another contract extension on top of my contract extension, and I'm staying forever. You're never getting rid of me." I think that's gonna be the Klein move. Mr. Provino says, "Does the Galaxy make it to 8 MLS wins for the season?" Yeah, I mean, we'll probably make it to like 8, maybe 10. That seems to kind of be. Yeah. I don't see where we're gonna get those wins. I don't know who we're gonna beat if we can't beat the worst teams like Kansas City and Colorado. So we'll see. We'll see if the guys can build off this win. Hopefully. I mean, it should be a little bit of a confidence boost. Anytime you win a game, even if it's against teenagers and high school students. I feel like you should still feel somewhat good that you won a soccer game for once. Um, but yeah, I mean, it's Open Cup is nice. You really want to see some wins in the league. His extension was 5 years. Yeah, he'll just get 5 more years on top of that. We'll just have it Chris Klein forever because that's what where our punishment is for whatever we did. Our hubris for becoming the first of five. Now we got to suffer with Chris Klein for 10 years and longer.
How you doing, sir?
Good, man. Waiting for you to come back. I'm just talking to myself. Talking into the void.
My little man woke up. Had to go square him away.
Oh, apparently Juan in our chat's got the tea. Sir, spill all the tea. This is a family now. You can just tell us whatever you know. No, he's saying that Klein's contract extension is 5 years per his source.
That's fucked up. There's no way. There's no way.
Is there really? That's not really that far fetched. You don't think? His last extension was 5 years. Why wouldn't this one be 5 years?
You have to imagine that's why they were only willing to tell Baxter multi-year.
Yeah, I mean, and the bullshit of like, oh no, we don't discuss contracts, even though like a week before, then to discuss like the terms of someone's contract that they just signed.
Ron's here.
So, it's come on.
It is what it is. We all see it. There was the report out this week from The Athletic that we talked about earlier, where Greg got really snippy with a woman, and they essentially edit before. And I tell you, like, I wondered what was taking so long for them to release the post-game press conference. And like, now we know they were editing out him being snippy with a reporter,
with a broad,
with a lady.
Going, excuse me, ma'am, men are talking.
Yeah, it's a weird. I don't know what I want to call it. Like, I don't want to call it fascist, but there's like a weird ideology with the internal structure of that club. And I'm sure it's the way most of them operate.
Call it what it is, man. It's Galaxy North Korea, man. It's what we've called it for years.
Like, they're doing their best to show you an image that's not true, that they would like to be more closer to
It's the truth that they see. It's even though everyone else sees through the facade and sees that it's just BS that they spew.
It's a truth as they want to present it.
Exactly.
And whether if it doesn't actually present that way, they'll do their best to make it look that way. But it's also clear that Greg's rattled, and
oh yeah,
like that, in part because of being rattled. And look, you're going to hear when they do the post-game press conference of this, like, we played our game, we had our plan going in, our plan worked from going in, and then hopefully one of the people will be like, so, you didn't exactly play LAFC starters, you didn't play third in the West starters, second in the West starters.
Well, how pissed would you be if you had to constantly answer questions about how shitty your boss is, or how terrible your job is you're doing? Like, wouldn't you be like getting snippy with people? Wouldn't you be like rattled a little bit?
Well, look, I'm sure it doesn't help. Not only is there a boycott against the administration that hired him, but you're left without a weapon. You're left without this atmosphere that all the other teams have, and you're going away and you're still dealing with all that atmosphere, and then you come home and it's a library. It's essentially a soccer match in a park. Yeah, you're gonna get a little agitated, and then there also appears to be infighting as far as certain high profile players in the team. that's going to agitate you, especially if you didn't pick them. If the captain of your team was picked by someone else, if one of the major designated players is selected by someone else and also not performing or choosing to not perform, it's understandable that he's agitated. It's all about how he handles it and how he directs that agitation and how he directs that agitation in a way that benefits the rest of the team and the rest of the club. You'd say in general, he probably hasn't done the best job of that. He's attempting to navigate a very difficult situation.
Yeah, again, it's the one aspect I feel bad for with Vanny is that he kind of is on his island there. Like he has no one else to be like backing him up or fielding questions about anything that's going on. You have Klein and being this invisible ghost until he gets interviewed on an Apple TV special or whatever.
And he's the guy who answers questions about everything.
Yeah.
He answers the Douglas Costa questions. He answers the Chicharito question. He answers the position in the league questions. He answers the boycott questions. He answers the not even the boycott, but the other, like Chris Klein's failed leadership over the last 8, 9, 10 years questions. He answers everything. He is the guy for everything. And you can't hold a press conference. You can't give information to your fans. You can't get information out from the club without being asked questions about all the other things that are going wrong, some of which you had nothing to do with.
This is what I was afraid of, man. Ricky looks like he's down for a little bit.
Well, yeah. Hopefully it's nothing. It's not the end of it. It's not crazy to think he's going to try to waste a little time late in the game. I can't believe he's still in. Like, that's wild to
me. Who do you bring in? Anybody?
Anybody. Yeah, anybody. Why is this guy 77th minute against LAFC against their C squad in a game that it looks like they're going to lose?
Bring in Aguirre already, man.
Yeah, bring in Gary. You bring in anybody. It's less about who you bring in and more about getting him off the field.
Getting him off the field, yeah.
Like what's the
because he's been one of those guys who's really been playing most if not all the minutes in these last 3 games.
What's to stop some LAFC kid from having a high tackle and taking him out? What are you going to do? You're going to suspend him? You're going to give him a red card so he misses 3 games that he wouldn't play anyway?
We're going to miss prom.
It just doesn't make sense to me. I don't know how you guys still have it.
Well, you probably see it. You probably see
he's limping
in the 80th.
Oh shit! Yeah, he's limping. I don't like this, man. You're still going for it too.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's one thing that you saw that Vanny is really relying on the youth to step up in these like back-to-back games.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, even the young guys, man, you got to give them some breaks, dude.
Yeah. Well, it's weird. It's weird that you're relying on the youth and your plan is to rotate the squad and rely on the youth, and like Efrain can't make the bench. Like not even the bench. Couldn't come in as an option. Dejan played. Ricky played. Both the outside backs played. Caligari, Aude, both played. Like this seems like would be idyllic for 12 minutes left.
I mean, you expect there's going to be more subs to kind of kill off the game.
Gary's coming in right now for Brugman.
Maybe that's not the guy. Why are you leaving Ricky on, man? I don't understand that. I don't understand that call.
Yeah, maybe you play Ricky. Maybe Ricky wants to play. Maybe he's like, play me every minute. Look, the guy couldn't get a game for Barcelona. Maybe he just wants to play as often as he can play.
I obviously came to MLS. I just love the game. Like I
I just want to play. Let me play. I want to play football.
let me play. I'm good.
Do we have
You
other
know,
lightning round questions? We're getting to the end.
you don't think he was getting beat up in La Liga too, man?
No, he wasn't because they didn't let him play soccer.
Oh, that is true. That's true too. This one from Scary Feet 11. Hypothetical question.
Great name.
If we
Scary
had
feet.
Scary Feet 11.
Okay.
It's a fuck. What's his name? His nephew.
Zavaleta.
No.
Vanny.
Chopsticks.
Joel.
Joel. His nephew. If we had a different president, would Vanny have succeeded under Kuntz?
I think Vanny would succeed. I think Vanny would succeed in a world where Jovan Karofsky is gone. And it's really difficult. It will be difficult to nigh on impossible for any manager to succeed in a world where Jovan Karofsky calls the shots on player acquisitions and contracts. That's what I think is true. I think Vanny could even be successful under Klein, to be honest with you. The real problem is that Klein refuses to hold his technical director accountable for the things he's done over the last, 6, 7, 8 years. And because of that, you've moved to a position where it's seen as, Klein has to go. But the major, major problem with the club, really, if you look at it from an upper echelon internal standpoint, really it starts at Karofsky and then it goes up to Klein. But you could have, you get rid of, no one's going to be successful. We talked about this a couple weeks ago on the show. Scilotto at the time was the right pick. Vanny at the time was the right pick. Dennis DeClosa at the time was the right pick. All those guys are the right selection. The problem, remember when we got Scilotto, it was a get. Everyone thought he was going to go to Atlanta, and we got him instead. It was a get signing. No one's going to be successful in a world where Jovan gets to do whatever it is that he does and ensures that money goes wherever it's supposed to go and whatever. Where we sign the guys that we sign and maybe everything isn't above board. As long as that's the case, like it doesn't matter who you have. So it's I don't think Klein is a problem. He's one of many, many problems. But I don't think anyone will be able to be successful whilst Jovan Karofsky is technical director and is in charge of, not even in charge of, has a say in contracts and contract terms and lengths and contracts and the money.
Here's an interesting question. I have some feelings on this.
If I can add really quick, one of the major issues with the belief that Kuntz is a president, like he's currently Greg Vanny's underling, as best we all understand. So he's currently third in the pecking order.
Yeah.
To say he's becoming president, he's going from Greg Vanny's subordinate to Greg Vanny's boss in a week's time, while Greg still stays at number 2. Like it doesn't make a ton of sense. I'm sure it happens. It's just I can't imagine it happens very often that you have a guy come in at 3 and then you suddenly move him to 1 in a organization chart.
So this is an interesting question. I don't think we really touched on this last week. This one from EB Castillo the First. What do you make of the Quake supporters having signs at the game saying, quote, ACB equals Judas?
Judas in my mind. I become man. Look, man, I'll be honest. I try to avoid discussing anything that Do
you want me to go on my feelings?
Please, you're far more argumentative than me.
As much as I am very much in disagreement with the they have a Carson clown banner.
Yeah, I saw it.
As much as I'm in disagreement with ACB going back to the stadium, ending their boycott, my feelings on it is like when you've had arguments with your brother, right? You fought with your brother before.
Yeah.
Anyone who has like siblings understands like you fight with your siblings. But when someone else comes in and like starts talking smack to that sibling, you're like, oh hell no, I'm not taking that. That's my feelings on the whole San Jose Earthquakes having a tifo, calling ACB Judas.
Mhm.
It's like, look, I might not agree with ACB and their decision to go back, but I'm definitely not agreeing with the San Jose Earthquake supporters having to say anything that has to deal with Galaxy stuff. You know, you get what I'm saying, right?
Yeah, I see where you're coming from.
Yeah. So
You know, but also, it's moving to a point where, you know, so I'll parse this a little bit. As a liberal who lives in California, or who lived in California, rather, I could accept that Trump was correct about China as a country, even though I disagree with him about a lot of other things. I can accept that about this one issue, he's correct. And I'm not saying the San Jose Ultras are correct. I'm saying you shouldn't want to be in a position in your life where you're saying, hey, this group of people are wrong, regardless of what they're saying, just because they are the ones who are saying it. That's separate from what they're actually saying. To their point, to what they're saying, look, man, that's their opinion. I looked at it this way. Honestly, dead honestly, it's a very smart chess move. Like if you see yourself as a counter to us, like I'll be honest, obviously, who thinks about San Jose any other week other than when we're playing? You don't even think about it.
Even we don't think about them anymore.
You don't even think about it.
Yeah.
But you know that they're going to reach a near obsession level with what the Galaxy is doing, and to a lesser degree what LASC is doing. But really, San Jose is going to reach near obsession level with what the Galaxy is doing. It's a funny move to be like, oh, I'm going to see if I can push. I'm going to push these two a little further apart. That part's kind of fun. You know, you think they give a shit about what you think? Honestly, San Jose, the Ultras care that the ACB came back in a game and that Chris Klein is going to stay for another couple weeks. Like they don't care.
Yeah,
it's to their benefit that Chris Klein gives them an opportunity to catch up. They don't actually care that the ACB went back. They don't actually think the ACB are scabs. They're taking advantage of a very delicate time in the Galaxy's history and structure. So I don't have any real to be honest, this is dead on. I don't have any real feelings. I thought it was funny, to be honest with you. But outside of that, like I don't have any real feelings about what the San Jose Ultras think about the ACB going to a game.
It's like what following anything that, you know, with the whole controversy that happened with ACB and all this stuff, and you had like LAFC fans coming out to woodwork and just kind of doing their thing and trying to antagonize. I feel it's the same thing. It's they don't care. They're just trying to divide, and they're trying to further divide.
It's what we would do.
This division.
We would do the same if they were in the middle of a fight.
Yeah.
You know, you would tell all your supporters to pick one side because all it's going to do is infuriate the other. Like this is what I think about it. Galaxy fans should be smart enough to see through it. It's still funny, but Galaxy fans should be smart enough to see through what it is.
Let's see what they say in the chat.
Any other lightning round questions?
Yeah. So Robert kind of
looks like we're gonna wrap this up at 2-0.
Robert kind of agrees with you. Says when it comes to other teams, it feels genuine, but San Jose, it's bait.
Yeah, it's bait. It's 100% bait. But knowing that it's bait, being smart enough to understand that it's bait, that should color how you view it, because you know going in it's just bait. So like you laugh at it and you move on with your life.
Yeah. But yeah, so like I think Faithful Angelinos kind of agrees with me. It's a lousy move. I can say what I want about my brother, but if the neighbors talk crap, it's go time. So I'm like, yeah, that's kind of my feelings about it. Like I might have feelings about ACB's move, but I'm not gonna let San Jose to be like talking about my family, you know.
What San Jose does shouldn't affect your view on the ACB going back. That's what I think is the way to look at it. Like whatever view you have shouldn't be affected by what San Jose does. But you know,
Schwartz and Yuka says they are masturbators.
They are. Nobody does it better than San Jose Ultras. We've been doing it in their
nobody,
mom's basement for decades.
no one's better at being jerk offs than the San Jose Ultras.
I tell
Let's
you, man, Chris
see.
Mavinga looks like he would be a star or like a B character in a black rom com in like 1998,
Like a Look Who's Getting Married.
directed by Robert Townsend.
R.I.P.
Robert Townsend is very much alive.
Oh wait, who am I thinking? Who am I thinking that passed away recently? I can't remember.
Oh, shit. I think I know what you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I can't think of his name either.
Okay. But yeah, I'm thinking like Look Who's Getting Married too. It's like straight to DVD, or uh, it's like one of those movies where like they might be a deacon in the church and they're single and
Yes.
and
Are you talking about Michael K. Williams? The guy with
yeah,
the
I think
scar on
that's
his
it.
face? Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm thinking of.
It's like, pretty sure Robert Townsend is still breathing. Check out Meteor Man if you haven't seen that, by the way.
Oh my god. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, that's yeah, I fucking love that movie. It's such a dumb movie, but it's so good.
What's dumb about it? Any more lightning round?
Yeah, let's look it up. Sorry. I mean, this might be a little too late, but from Bangarang _77, shout out to the G's in Compton. We've got a viewing party bar at Boulevard Gastropub. Come on by. But if you're there, I mean, hopefully you're having a good time. This one from our good friend Take the Wheel 64. How's Apple TV been for y'all? What's your opinion on the Apple TV setup and situation with MLS?
As a streaming service or for MLS?
If you are a T-Mobile user, they have brought back the MLS season pass for free. So go check that out on your T-Mobile Tuesday deals or whatever.
Yeah, I'll be honest, man. I like the Apple TV deal because it's easy to stream Galaxy games. I don't have to go through the whole rigmarole of like
7 different channels carrying it.
Bro, I was trying to get I was trying to like get a VPN to Los Angeles so that I could get like local broadcasts because I would just get shitty MLS broadcasts out here.
Or it's the games aren't going to be interrupted by women's softball or
you don't know what
a basketball game that went on too long, or World Series of youth baseball or whatever.
Is there men's softball?
Yeah, of course there's men's softball.
Is it really? I've never seen men's softball my whole life. You just say women's softball. It's the qualifier of women's softball that threw me.
But yeah, I mean, you see like a World Series, like the Little League World Series, and a game went on too long, and it's like, who gives a shit about this game? Like, put on the game that actually matters to me, please.
No, it's not really that. It was trying to get the local broadcasters, trying to get Kobe and Joe. Like I would have to try to get a LA geolocation LA VPN. I don't like out it, man. That's not even it's Caligari. I like the LA broadcasters, and so trying to get the LA broadcasters is all this extra work. And now I can't get them at all unless they're in LA. But hey, that's full time. All right, man. On to the quarterfinals. Wow, Greg looks really relieved.
I mean, you got to be, right?
He looks like he was tight butthole against 19-year-olds.
That the raise of eyebrow a little bit, right?
Yeah. Oh, you saw it. Yeah.
I think. You know what? I think my one complaint about the MLS Apple thing is that why do you have 13 games on all at the same time? Like you're not creating new fans by having like one available time where they can watch a game. Like it makes no sense to me.
I hear that complaint a lot. You know what I think? I think the people who schedule that stuff are way smarter than us about this. And they're clearly going after something that is different than mass numbers of how many matches they watch. Because I'm with you. I'm prepared to watch. I'm prepared to spend a Sunday watching MLS all day long. If they had a game, Eastern time, obviously, but if they had a game 1:00 Eastern time and then ran it until the 10:30 kickoff, I'd watch MLS all day. I assume there's a reason. I assume there's a logical reason that they do it. But yeah, like I don't get that aspect there. I don't get why there's 13 games that kick off at the same time. Like
Yeah.
it's stupid. But I banged. Oh my god, they show Ricky's goal again. Oh my god.
Well, Chris, let's get your thoughts on this, and then we'll finish Big Tony's email, and then we'll get you out of here because it's past midnight over there for you. So let's get your final thoughts on the game before we get onto Big Tony's email.
Yeah, look, you can only beat the team that's in front of you. It's concerning how close we are in stats for essentially a deep B or C team, but we got over the line. It's very clear all of our eggs are in the U.S. Open Cup basket, and hey, at this point, we should be resting for league matches. We play the winner of Colorado versus RSL on June the 6th or 7th, so it's not gonna be too long of a turnaround. About 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks before we figure out if we get to move on to the next stage. Hey man, we are an Open Cup team at this point, and I don't even disagree with it. I don't think it's a bad move. I think Vaney's going to get the rest of the season no matter what. So given that, go after the Open Cup. It gets us back to the Champions League. It gets us a shot. And given that we're rebuilding next year, being able to offer something of a route to continental football is probably the best option.
Right.
Big ups to Ricky with the celebration, by the way. Oh my gosh, beautiful celebration with the Messi shirt off at the 3-2-5-2.
Yeah,
Build the statue.
Come on.
Build it against the teenagers.
Just tattoo it on my body at this point already. All right, let's finish up Big Tony's email, and then we'll get you out of here, man. Looking forward on Saturday, the G's make a quick pit stop back at home to face Charlotte before hitting the road for 2 more games. Charlotte currently sit 9th in the East with 5 wins, 6 losses, and 3 draws. They've been above average in their last 5, getting 3 wins and 2 losses. They currently have a -6 goal differential. Compared to the G's, Charlotte looks like a Champions League team. Could be an ugly game this weekend. What do you see happening? No Ben this week, so we'll talk about. I'll give my predictions first. Back at home, you're on short rests, even though I guess you're still at home, basically, really. So I don't know what to feel about, because I really haven't been paying attention to Charlotte at all this year. They seem like a pretty mid team. I'm thinking with this win, hopefully gives the guys a little confidence. I'm gonna say I'm not gonna go full positive. I'll go slightly positive. I'll say a 2-2 draw. And I'll give goals. Chicha needs to get one, man.
It's a lot of goals, man.
It's a lot of goals.
It's a lot of goals, bro.
It's a lot of goals. I'm gonna give Chicho 1, and I'll give Boyd a second. I'll think he continues his good streak right now. I'll give him a second goal.
It's not bad. Yeah, I wonder if we've got to rest Ricky, because he's gone pretty deep in this game, and that concerns me about the midfield. I'm going to be a little more conservative than you, and I'll take 1-1 draw. I'll give the goal to Dejan. I'll give it to Dejan. I'm really worried we're at the end of Chicha, and it's every week it seems to get more, and we're getting closer there. I see someone in the chat saying we should rest the starters. I don't think this is the match we need to rest the starters. We're going to be closer to. We'll be our Open Cup. We'll come back around. What does it say? June 6th. So we'll likely want to rest against Salt Lake away. Not terrible to rest in an away game where we're probably not expected to get a ton anyway. But it's a Western Conference opponent. So if Klein has any hopes of getting to that Western Conference semifinal, and presumably is leaning on Greg and putting some pressure on Greg to try to pick up points against a Western Conference opponent, we're probably more likely to rest against Charlotte and try to put all of our eggs in Western Conference opponents going forward from there. So I would assume, and I think we would have the Open Cup game between the Salt Lake game and the St. Louis game. Both of those, we're probably going to try to get something out of if we're looking to save this dude's job. In general, I don't take too much from the Open Cup match, as we're playing a B/C squad, and all we did was perform admirably against the team we probably should have beaten. But you can't look a gift horse in the mouth, especially when you're starving. So I'm glad we were able to get something. I'm glad we're through to the quarterfinal. Colorado and RSL, winnable games. Even their MLS teams, probably you would say they're winnable games, but you're not. That's a tough prediction to make down in 29th. We have to take the Open Cup as not just seriously, but as a priority at this point, and use it as a backdoor into the Champions League and into the 2024 season, so that the fans that you're trying to convince to have some reason to believe and trust in the product that you're putting on the field, give those fans something to potentially believe in ahead of a 2024 rebuild. At least you can offer them Champions League football. So it's the Open Cup or nothing. 3 games to a cup. So quarterfinals, semifinals, or 3 rounds rather. Quarterfinals, semifinals, and to the Champions League final. So this has to be taken. This has to be taken seriously. It's very doable. It just has to be taken utterly seriously at this point. And also, it's clear Greg and them are taking it pretty seriously. That if anything, it's probably the priority.
I'm funny. That image. You got to like cut that gif at the end of that game, dude, where he just like sighs and like just raises his eyebrow just slightly, like just the sense of relief.
I'll see if I can find it. I'll see if I can get
it. The sense of relief in that face right there, dude.
There's a lot of stress going on, man. There's a lot. There appears to be all the reports. If you hear them, all the reports say there's a lot of stress. There's a lot of tension, and hopefully this game relieves a little bit of it. But hold the line out. Nothing changes. Keep it going.
All right, sir. Anything else before we get out of here for our first ever watch along live commentary podcast thing?
The only thing I'd like to mention before I get out of here, I don't know if you got to see it, my beautiful, my beloved, my glorious Newcastle United qualifying for the 2024 Champions League.
Excuse me, it's our, sir.
Our. Newcastle for everybody. Yeah, Newcastle. I don't know if you guys know, I've suffered as a Newcastle fan since 2005, and now we are quite literally the richest club in the world. And we have managed to qualify for the Champions League, and I'm very happy because they haven't been in the Champions League in the entirety of my time supporting them. I think their last year in the Champions League was the year before I started, and it's been mostly awful. Mostly really, really, really awful ever since.
Are you sure you haven't been their bad luck, man?
Man, I've thought about it. It's really crossed my mind. But you know what I have? I have Damien, and Damien will live in a world where Newcastle isn't terrible. And that's how I know that kid's special, because he's ruined the galaxy. Just admit it.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, completely ruined the galaxy.
So he's gonna be a complete Euro snob when he grows up. He's like, nah. I've grown up with the galaxy being.
Hang on 1 second, Ed. Hang on 1 second. Hey, Robert Lopez in the chat. You should see how much business your country does with Saudi Arabia before you start worrying about queuing Arab money. Look at what your country does with Saudi Arabia. Look what all these countries do with Saudi Arabia. That's right. But Newcastle, hold on, Ed. But Newcastle United.
He's just trying to put you onto some good tunes, man.
Yeah, Newcastle. Oh, it's a great song. Newcastle United.
Arab money.
Newcastle's the problem. It's not the U.S. government selling fighter jets to Saudi Arabia. It's not the British government purchasing arms or selling arms to Saudi Arabia, purchasing arms from Saudi Arabia. That's right. It's Newcastle United. That's where you draw the line. Makes perfect sense. That's where you would draw the line. Chris,
just take your blood money and enjoy your trophies you're going to win in the next 5 years.
Alexander Isak, 70 million pound signing. Suck it. Ben Botman, suck it.
On that note, thank you all for joining us live on the chat. We appreciate you guys. Hopefully we can make these live things a little bit more common now that I figured out how to do it.
You understand if the Prince Mohammed bin Salman, peace be upon him, if they placed a bid to buy the Galaxy tomorrow, Robert Lopez would be over the moon.
It's not like you could spend like 150 million to bring in a player or something,
You could do better than we're currently doing it.
That is true.
Well, and they could spend 150 million.
They wouldn't be afraid to fire somebody They're not afraid of.
You could make Victor Osimhen a designated player. He still has the same cap hit as anybody else.
Look,
they would
definitely not be afraid to fire somebody because they're definitely not afraid to behead journalists and stuff. So,
fire. Don't get mouthy. What do you want him to tell you?
Excuse me, sir. Princes are talking.
Hey. Well, and that's the thing. Like, it's not like Newcastle killed them. It's fucked up with that. It's fucked up what they did. I tell you, it's fucked up what they did. What do you want?
Oh my god. All right, man. On that note, let's get out of here.
This is where I take a moral stance in the thing that doesn't matter, where no one cares what I think about it. Fuck out of here.
All right, buddy. Love you, man. Thank you guys for joining us tonight.
Champions League.
We'll see you guys next week. All right. Bye.
Champions.